home, it's a little dirty. So I'm going to go through a few steps that you can do to clean your figurines in a safe and efficient way. So let's just jump into it right now, and I will go and show you how to wash your figurines. It's really quite simple. Just have to follow a few steps, and remember to be very careful when you're washing it, as you don't want to drop it, and because it's soapy or has some water on it, it can become a little more slippery. What you want to do is you want to fill up a sink with some lukewarm water and some soap, and you don't want to fill it too full, but you want it such a way so that you can dip the end of the figurine, not the part with the hole in it, but the top part of the figurine into the water. Once you get it a little bit wet, you can take a sponge or a soft cloth or some paper towel and wash it gently with the soapy water until you feel it's sufficient enough that it's clean. Once that's finished, just rinse it under some lukewarm water, and then place it aside onto a soft towel or just a counter to let it drip dry, or you can get a soft towel and pat dry the piece. If you're doing flowers are a little more difficult. So what I have here is a toothbrush. You get a toothbrush and dip it in some detergent directly, and then gently scrub the flowers in such a way that you don't want to chip the flowers, but you want to get the dirt and the dust out of it. Once you feel that you've got the dirt and dust out of it, you could just simply rinse it again under some lukewarm water. Have a look at it again, but without the soap on it. If you feel it's clean enough, well then you're done. If you feel it's still got some dirt in it, again, go back, repeat the process again, and then rinse it again and hopefully by that time it will be clean. Drying flowers is almost impossible, so I wouldn't suggest you do it. I would suggest you just leave the figurine on a tea towel, and let it dry by itself. You don't want to put it wet into the cabinet or the showcase, because then the top of the showcase, if it's wood, it'll get ruined. If it's glass, then it'll show marks. Do not put your pieces in the dishwasher. I've heard people doing this. The rinse or the actual washing cycle and the rinse cycle might be fine, but the drying cycle uses extreme heat, and that extreme heat will most likely damage your pieces. I'm not quite sure even if the washing cycle will actually work, but I have heard people putting them in the dishwasher. I would not recommend that. How often to wash them? I would say every 6 months is good enough if they're in cases. If they're not in cases, depending on if it's a high traffic area inside the house, it may have to be done every 3 to 4 months. If it's not a high traffic area and it doesn't get a lot of things, maybe just a single dusting would be good enough, as opposed to a complete